SAFM, South Africa's news and information leader.
Top stories at the Sawa. Malema disciplinary described as unfortunate, and Israel starts the transfer process of nearly 500 prisoners. Good afternoon. With the news at 2 o'clock, I'm Lulu Gabu. The ANC Youth League in the Northern Cape has described its mother body's decision to institute disciplinary measures against League President Julius Malema and other League officials as unfortunate. Malema and the others are facing charges of sowing divisions and also bringing the ANC into disrepute following the League's threat to foster regime change in Botswana. While giving his speech during the O.R. Tambo Memorial Lecture in Da'a, Provincial League Chairperson Shadrack Klaule launched a scathing attack against the current ANC leadership for not engaging the League on its National Conference resolutions at the party structural level. He says the matter could have been handled better at that level.
We cannot antagonize differences of opinion on policy matters. We can as well not allow a situation where there will be a permanent opposition in the ANC. The ANC is not a labor council and a chamber of business with negotiations between employer and employee.
2 police constables have been arrested in Mpumalanga after the escape of a suspect arrested for murder and robbery. Police spokesperson Leonard Hlati says the constables were arrested after the suspect they were guarding escaped under suspicious circumstances from the Shongwe hospital yesterday. Hlati says the disciplinary procedures against the constables will be initiated by the Provincial Police Commissioner. He says the arrest of the 2 constables brings the total of police officers arrested in Mpumalanga for aiding suspects to escape to 3. Another police officer was arrested in Elukwatini approximately 3 months ago. Hlati says the 2 police constables will be appearing in court tomorrow. 8 of the 10 members of the Msimang family who were killed when the minibus taxi they were traveling in overturned in Emelo in the Mpumalanga province last week are to be buried today at Umsinga Top in northern KwaZulu-Natal. Provincial Department of Transport spokesperson Gwanele Ngalane.
Well, today is one of those sad days in the province of KwaZulu-Natal. We therefore felt that we have a responsibility as the government of KwaZulu-Natal as well to assist this family, because this is indeed a tragedy. Losing 10 people in one accident is of course a tragedy, but we are here to console them as government and to give them hope, because the government of today is a government that is with people even during these difficult times.
Sport and Recreation Minister Fikile Mbalula will appoint a committee led by a retired judge to look into the allegations that Cricket South Africa contravened the Companies Act. According to the unreleased KPMG report, following the payment of bonuses to CSA staff members, the governing body was found to have contravened Section 23.4 and 23.5 of the Companies Act. This action comes less than 24 hours after Mthutuzeli Nyoka was ousted as president of the federation. Nyoka was accused of bringing the organization into disrepute by disregarding the majority decisions of the board and damaging its reputation. Moving further afield, New Zealand has beaten Australia 26 in a World Cup semi-final at Eden Park. The All Blacks scored the only try of the match through centre Mau Nonu in the 6th minute after a brilliant run and pass by fullback Israel Dug, and was 14-6 in front at the interval. 2 second-half penalties from scrum half Piri Wipu made the game safe for the All Blacks. New Zealand will now play 2-time losing finalist France in the World Cup final at Eden Park on Sunday, October the 23rd. The match will be a repeat of the inaugural 1987 final, which the All Blacks won 29-9 at Eden Park for what remains their lone World Cup title. Australia, twice the world champions, face Wales in the 3rd place playoff next Friday. And finally, Israel has started the transfer process of nearly 500 prisoners in exchange for the captured Israeli soldier Gilad Shalit. He was seized by Palestinian insurgents in Gaza in 2006. The prisoners have now been named and have been gathered in 2 prisons ahead of their expected pardon and release on Tuesday. With more details, here's the BBC's Sebastian Asher.
The publication of the names of Palestinian prisoners to be released makes it all but certain that the deal for the return of Gilad Shalit to Israel will finally happen after years of failed efforts. There's still 48 hours for appeals to be made against the prisoners being released, but with general support for the deal amongst Israelis, that doesn't seem a major stumbling block. Some high-profile Hamas and Fatah prisoners aren't on the list, but Palestinians generally have welcomed the deal. Both Hamas and the Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu are hoping to reap a big public relations boost. They've both been under increasing pressure from the changing political scene in the Middle East in the past year.